What is going on, world? I am the Hungarian Experiment, and welcome back to another video where I respond to your YouTube comments. Now, this comment comes from a video I just made a couple weeks back called Discussion with a Vegan. Now, if you guys watched that video, it is a little long, so I'm just going to give you a little forewarning here. It's about 44 to 45 minutes long, but in that video, I discuss vegan and veganism, but mainly the point of that video and what I was trying to prove through that video is that people with certain mentalities, they have an emotional connection to the ideas. They believe in this idea so much that they are emotionally connected to it, and they are willing to disregard information. If you're going to bring out facts or bring up points, they're willing to disregard that and try to bring up another point or steer the topic and the conversation into another direction so that they can make you, the person, be on the defensive. And they feel like they're winning or gaining some points from that. So if you guys are interested, I really suggest going to check out that video because I lay out in detail how this woman commented, she just regurgitated and poured word vomit about her beliefs and her ideas in the world based off a video she didn't even watch. In that video, after we got through the discussion, I challenged many of the points, the ideas, and I challenged many of her beliefs in that video. But because she didn't even want to watch the video, she completely disregarded those points and she tried to have a discussion with me. But I tried to show in that video that there was no discussion happening. It was two human beings interacting with each other. She didn't bother to look at the points, analyze them, and challenge the points that I brought forward. She just chose to constantly bring up her beliefs, bring up her ideas, and when I challenge those points, she brings up other ideas and other points. And that is exactly what's happening in this YouTube comment here on that video. Someone is proving that they're willing to disregard information. So let's just dive into this comment here by DirtBikeGirl1000. We're going to analyze this comment and analyze why I believe this person commenting on this video is exact proof of some of these people. That there are people out there in the world who are so emotionally connected to their ideas that they are completely willing to disregard information. So DirtBikeGirl1000 there says, laugh my ass off. 44 seconds in and I had to stop the video. So let's just watch 44 seconds of my video there and see if I lay out any kind of points or facts anyways. If in 5 generations from now we have human beings that have lower IQs and are less physically inept because we all instituted ways that don't hurt the planet or don't hurt animals, then what good is that? I'm team people first. What is going on, world? I am the Hungarian Experiment, and several months back there I posted up a couple videos regarding why I am currently not vegan. And after posting these videos up to Facebook, I had quite an interesting interaction with a woman who is actually vegan. Although she made some really interesting points there, I want to point out the facts that I made. In my opinion, we were never engaging in a conversation. This was an interaction. So as you see there, I didn't discuss anything about veganism, drop any points or facts yet about veganism, but this person just wants to pour their beliefs and ideas in the world. They have no idea if later on in that video, with the information I provide, that I might challenge these views and these opinions. And that is what I tried to reveal in this video, is that I've challenged these views. I've challenged veganism and the nutrition aspect of it in a previous video called Meat vs. Vegan Experiments, where I actually challenged Vegan Gains to start doing hormonal testing and getting his growth hormone tested so we can compare between the two of us and hopefully hundreds to thousands of other human experiments in the world who are going to start testing their bodies just based off the life factors that are going on in their lives, to test and see what is the most optimal way. Is veganism most optimal? Is eating meat most optimal? And also on top of that, how does that change over the course of our lives? Personally, I believe we need to be going vegan when our bodies are done developing. When we're 35 to 45 in that range is where we need to start considering, okay, our bodies are done developing. Now we need to maintain this body as long as we can and extend our life longevity and try to prevent disease in our body. But I believe up till that time, while we're 20, 25, 30, even in our teens, we need to be doing and eating the foods that make us the most optimized, that optimize our hormonal output. again, I don't believe we've studied and proven this scientifically enough yet. So that is what I'm trying to draw a conclusion in that video. Then, on that video, I got challenged by many vegans. And what did they want to do? They didn't want to challenge the nutrition and the food aspect. They want to challenge the sustainability aspect. So they're trying to curveball the topic and the subject. So I made another video called Eating Animals to Reverse Climate Change. And in that video, I focus only on the sustainability aspect and how I believe we need animals. We need large herds of grazing animals to be walking and stomping all over these desertified areas of the world. And I proved in that video, using people out there in the world who are scientifically proving this in places like Africa and places that are turning to complete desert, that large herds of grazing animals actually helps to restore the planet. So of course, this person is not going to take any of these ideas that I've already discussed in heavy detail. This guy or this dirt biker girl is just ready to regurgitate and spill out all this stuff that they've seen from documentaries, and that's actually what they show here. So they say, after 44 seconds of hearing me discuss nothing about veganism, they say I had to stop the video. You know nothing about facts. Watch Cowspiracy and Forks Over Knives, which I have watched, and I've watched these videos before I started my YouTube channel. But I've watched these documentaries, I've dove in and considered these upon my journey, and this is where I've come to the conclusion, and I believe, and I want to see this through further testing on my own body as well as hundreds upon thousands of other human experiments, is that we need to be proving what is the most optimal as we go through our life. Cowspiracy does not prove that. Forks Over Knives does not prove that. All those documentaries prove is that the very horrific aspect of this mass farming, where we're literally putting chickens and cows and treating them as slaves, is horrible for our diet and is horrible for our lives. But what about animals that are living healthy, long, fulfilling lives? I don't believe the meat from those animals is going to be as negative and actually have these horrible effects that are now being proven in certain studies. So Dirt Biker Girl 1000 there says, learn about nutrition and where your food comes from and what's in it. Meat, dairy, and eggs are the worst things you can eat. And again, I believe that's because we're mass farming these things and we're literally treating them like slaves. And again, this is stuff I've gone heavy into detail in these other videos, and I went into detail in that video. This same video where this vegan person wants to deny and disregard the information before they even see it. And you say you care about the people first. You do realize heart disease is the #1 killer, which is cause bad meat, dairy, and eggs? That doesn't even make sense, but okay, Dirt Biker Girl. And if most people were vegan, world hunger wouldn't exist. Get educated before making yourself look stupid. And this is what I'm trying to say. This person doesn't even want to look at the information I'm providing. In that video, I tried to show and display how if we stop animals from roaming around this earth, there's not going to be places for us to grow food anymore because the soil is going to disintegrate and turn and be completely useless. So this is my response to this person. I said, LOL, you are just like the vegan girl I'm discussing in this video. This discussion is about sustainability. Dirt Biker Girl, you are so clouded by your emotional connection to this idea of eating better and how great it is for the world, just like this other woman, that you are willing to disregard 45 minutes of information. As I discussed earlier here, the whole video that led to this discussion with this woman is about how to sustainably farm animals in a way to help restore and revitalize our planet. None of the discussion was about nutrition and how it affects humans, because I already made a video on this. Because I already made a video discussing this issue, and a bunch of vegans decided to discuss how it's not sustainable for the planet. So I made a video on something I watched many years ago, something I educated myself about, and I spent 40 minutes watching that video. So I took that video and I made my own from it that gives viable proof as to why and how we as human beings can use animals to restore this planet. Yet you don't watch the video and you spill your opinions on how I am a bad person. How about you engage and challenge the points I make before just spilling your beliefs about the world? Right now, you are proving the point that I'm trying to make in that video, that some people are so emotionally connected to their ideas that they are willing to disregard information brought before them. You don't challenge any of the points I bring up, yet you draw all these assumptions about who I am. how I live my life and my IQ levels after 44 seconds from a 45-minute long video. You are no different than a religious bigot. You are persecuting other people out there in the world who don't align with your views without even hearing them out. And you say I'm making myself look stupid. Well, there you have it, world. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I want to know what you guys think about this. Do you agree with what I'm saying here, that I believe certain people out there in the world have these emotional connections to their ideas that they are completely willing to disregard anything that you have to say? Do they just switch and flip-flop and change the topic around when it doesn't agree to them, or they can't challenge your points and views in the world? If it is, I want to know about this. I want to hear about this. I want to discuss this with you guys out there. So if you found this interesting, maybe you learned something here, make sure you go leave a comment, and on your way down, go hit that like button. I am the Hungarian Experiment.